What's going on, guys? And there's Steve here with your week 2 WSS team recap, and today we're here to team prep against the Chester Chinchous. I could not remember his name. I could not remember the name at all for the life of me just now. But the Chinchous are coached by our good friend like Joseph Games. Really good like content creator. I'm sorry guys if I'm a little off. I just woke up like 30 minutes ago, and I'm just one coffee down, so just give me a sec. Okay, so for this week it was a little more hectic just because a lot of in real life stuff happened, so it was kind of hard for me to prep and get like everything all in a situation where we are able to battle. And now that if I look up his team once again, I need to look up his team once again because I completely forgot. His team is actually really scary. His team would be in pretty much here already, like on the sides. I know that it's not the best video right now, but just bear with me, guys. Just bear with me. I'm a little tired. Okay, so his Pokemans are the Arcanine, which is his Sea Captain Comfey, Drudigon, Gliscor, Hariyama, Jirachi, Licky, Rotom Wash, which I cannot choose at all for the life of me. The Mega Sableye, which is a really good Mega on his part. The Tentacruel, and the Serena. So he has 2 spinners, a Defogger, and an amazing Sea Captain, which I think Arcanine's better with all different items, but I think having him as a Sea Captain makes him more of a threat just because you don't know if he's gonna bring the Bloom Doom or not, or like any other move he can bring the Devastating Break without even you noticing. So that's actually pretty interesting. So that's his team so far. His team, the biggest stress in his team, it has to be the Jirachi and the Arcanine. Everything else I can handle relatively well. But for most of the part, his team is going to be hard to get by just because of a lot of the walls, and we don't have any we only have a Defogger in the team, but we don't have a spinner. And in last week, even though he did get swept, he was his plan was to bring the toxic spikes. I remember correctly. I'm sorry guys, I'm stuttering, so don't worry about it. I think the first matchup was against the Hunchcroak, which he did lose to, but the Hunchcroak has had a so that's why he did brought the spikes, I guess, because the spikes were, he had no way to get rid of the spikes except for a Defogger spinning, so that means he was gonna get on the toxic on him either way. So again guys, I'm really sorry, I just woke up, I'm like super tired. Sorry, this is a very low quality video, but for his threats we have a couple of answers, and as soon as we start to set up, it's gonna be kind of easier for us to work with what we have to do. But at first we're bringing the Alolan Ninetales, holding the Expert Belt, having the Aurora Bell, Freeze Dry, Moonblast, and Nasty Plot. Freeze Dry and Moonblast hits pretty much everything on his team, barring the Jirachi and the Arcanine. Like everything else, we hit him for decent damage. We 2-shot the Sableye. We 1-shot him at the Nasty Plot, and also behind the veil we do tank any one hit from anything, I think, except for the Jirachi and the Arcanine because of the super effective. But anything that's neutral against us should be just fine. Neutral damage, we can take it. 72 in health, 252 in special attack, and 184 in speed. The Intimidation, just because with the 184, 330 speed is the highest cap he can get on his mons. 330 speed. I think the highest, like the fastest mon he can get is a base 100 mon that reaches 328, if I recall correctly. 328 in speed if it's either jolly or timid. So we speed crap to where we can. Although our like our fastest mons are only the Ninetales and the Thunderous. Everything else I think is relatively slow. Who was this another team? Yeah, no, I think that's the fastest ones except for the Beartic under the snow or the rain. So that's a whole different, that's a whole different topic. But we're bringing this to pretty much we can do a nasty plot on these Sableye and we'd be just fine. The freeze dry hits on like all of his weather type, including the Rhode, which is gonna be kind of annoying to hit. It's gonna be kind of annoying to hit the Rhode, but the Rhode is just, I don't think that we have much of a problem against Rhode. If they trick us, they sure specs with the sure scarf. That's fine. Like also that's fine with doing that. I can use my veil just fine, then use out the freeze dry or the moonblast to hit everything pretty hard. Next would be Baby Thor the Thunderous, holding the Gotcha Berry just so that we can eat up any one ice type hit, especially since he has a lot of things that can hit me super effective with an ice type move. 88 in health, 252 in special attack, and 164 in speed. Intimidator, so pretty much the exact same set as the Ninetales. Speed crap any base 100 mon and put everything else in health just in case, so we can lift one hit. The 252 in special attack with the nasty plot, Thunderbolt, the Volt Switch, and the HP Ice. The Thunderbolt hits everything for really hard damage. The Prankster's there, so in case there's another thing with like Prankster, I can just use a nasty plot on like super quick. But I don't think the Prankster's gonna do a lot in this matchup. We were thinking of putting the Defiant instead, but I was afraid that it was gonna be not really needed, because it's more of a like a mindset factor of, oh yeah, I'm going to like intimidate you or go for a defog, and then I get a +2 boost, but I don't have any like any physical threats. I don't think he has a ground type, which is good. Actually no, he does have the Glasgow, but if the Glasgow like comes in, the +2 HBI should be able to take it out, so I'm not really worried about that. Yeah, he's pretty straightforward. He's one of our biggest wall breakers in this game, in this team, so we're gonna have to use them as we can. And last but not least, the third member, which is going to be our another wall breaker, which is what we're gonna try to do in this battle, is try to get as many wall breakers as possible, which is Flygon, Short Scarf with Levitate, 252 in attack, 252 in speed, and 4 in special defense. The Jolly Nature, which is he's our physical hitter, with EQ, Dragon U-turn, superpower. So pretty much like this moveset hits everything pretty hard. The U-turns for pivots. The superpower is for the Licky Licky, and the EQ hits everything that's not grounded, and the Dragon Claw hits everything. No, sorry. The Earthquake hits everything that is grounded, and the Dragon Claw hits everything that's not grounded. So pretty much the Dragon Claw is only there for the Rotom and the Glasgow, and the EQ hits everything for stat damage. So pretty straightforward with this team. Next we have Clamps, the Mega Scizor. Pretty utility based mon right now. Our Mega Scizor is pretty much doesn't do much in this matchup, especially for the two the biggest threats, especially because the Arcanine one-shots this thing, period, and the Jirachi will most likely be carrying either the Fire Punch, or I will be way too slow to even hit it. So, and I can't do anything back. So this is more of my utility mon, where I am just going to put out a lot of health and defense on this thing. 150 attack, just at its base, is still amazing, so I'm just going to keep that instead. go with no investment in that and go 248 in HP, so we can have a little bit of odd health, so we can switch into like our rocks just fine. 84 in defense. I know that these look kind of weird. 84 in defense, that gives us enough defense to eat up like any 2 hits or so, and 176 in special defense, just in case we can eat up any special attacks. He's decently bulky, he really is. In his special defense, he's decently bulky with with base 100, but base 140 in defense, still really good. So we can take any physical hits from the tentacle. We can't do much to it back, but we can at least hit him with knockoff, root stuff, any hits. If we get a burn, we have ways to get around it. Next we have our special defensive wall. It's going to be Pinhead Larry, the Gastrodon, holding the Winterberry once again, just so that we don't die to a solar beam from the Arcanine, and unless he sets up the sun with a C sunny day, I will have to sack off my Elsa or get a free switch into my Elsa to be able to get rid of the sun, even though he'll be at +1 speed. Google should be able to outspeed no matter what. Even at +1 speed, Google is base 100 with the Choice Scarf, so we should be fine with that. But the Pinhead Larry is here to pretty much answer anything that's grounded, plus that's weak to water. This is a good anti-Gliscor mon plus for the Arcanine, even though for the Arcanine can have the Bloom Doom. We had the Winterberry, which should stop us from dying if we are full in health. The 164 in HP, 84 in defense, and 252 in special defense. I don't need any speed, I don't need any special attack, because this thing is not meant to really kill, it's meant to dwindle down stuff. And if he's running a super like offensive like Arcanine, easily 2 shots. If he's running more of a bulky Arcanine, I can play away with Scald and the Earth Power. If I'm predicting a Gliscor switch in, I can go for Scald. I'm hoping I don't burn the Hariyama that he has, because Hariyama is a bit of a problem. But the Clear Smog is there to just get rid of any of these setups, and the Storm Drain is there so I can switch easily into a Bottom Wash. If a Bottom Wash has HP Grass, at least I know, so I can just go right into Clamps and eat it up, or go into Elsa or somebody else. As long as my Pinhead Larry stays alive as long as possible, should be fine. And our Cleric of the team, Hipster, is back with the Cold Berry. We are holding a lot of reducing berries for the last 2 weeks, just because they do the job, they really do. This is our defensive wall. Once again, having the healables, the Stealth Rocks, U-turn, and knockoff. Normally that first move is always like either Thunder Wave, another hitting move, or like anything that's a utility for this team. But for this time around, we do need the healable just in case, because he has a lot of ways to either talk to us or burn us. And I'd rather get my Gastrodon burned, if anything, because then he can't get like poisoned. And Clamps, I'd rather not have to burn. Clamps and Google, I'd rather not have to burn on. I don't care about the Hipster, he can get burnt all he wants. The Stealth Rock's gonna be kind of hard for us to put down, because he has 2 spinners and a Magic Bouncer, plus this invites, plus like Hipster invites in a sub combine on a Sableye, which is kind of scary. So if I see the Sableye, I'm gonna lead with the with the Flygon to assure that he doesn't get a sub up, or try to do as much damage as I can so he doesn't get a sub up. Just because I'm afraid that he can see the potential of a Mega Sableye sweep, and that's gonna be really, really scary for us. Even though like Elsa does do a good amount of damage, it cannot be behind a sub, just because I think it's a Mirror Shot or Magnet Shot or something like that does 1.5 damage back to the opponent. So even though we're behind the veil, it does bite the amount of damage, so it doesn't, I don't think it reduces the hit with the veil. But either way, like Elsa kills the Sableye, so if he gets If it gets a combine up, that's fine. We can do it with the nasty plot, which was just fine. We have the nasty plot on Thor. We have the volt switch. We have clam, so we should be relatively well. But for right now, I'm gonna get the heck out of here, guys. I'll see you guys in the battle tomorrow. Have yourself a fantastic day. I'm sorry for not the best recording of all time. I'm extremely tired right now. I had like 2 or 3 hours of sleep. But that's, and also, you know, my starting has been a little bit bad as of late, but you know what, that's fine. We're dealing with what we can, and have yourself a fantastic day. Stay nerdy, stay awesome. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for the battle. Bye.